All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between XlorD and Grubby, taking place here on Springtime 1.2. XlorD is spawned as the purple undead on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Grubby has spawned as the orange orc on the bottom right. Farseer Headhunter seems to be the strategy coming across from Grubby. Meanwhile, we are looking at Death Knight and most likely Crypt Fiends. Ghouls transitioning into Crypt Fiends coming in from XlorD. All right, getting close to that 2-minute mark. Let's slow things down. XlorD versus Grubby, coached by Happy, probably. Yeah, we'll see. Well, having more players in the pool and more recognizable names, more drama in Warcraft 3 is generally better overall. I don't think a lot of people know this actually, but for a small time, I was actually part of the same professional team that Naniwa was. That is for a different conversation, a different time later. Anyways, Farsi are going to go ahead and try and engage against all of these units here. Spirit Wolves getting ensnared and then actually losing a bit of aggro, taking it down to 29 hit points, and now going to finish things off here. Spearman, Spirit Wolves going to be resummoned up, and Grubby being, well, incredibly aggressive, trying to clear out of this creep camp with, well, a delayed barracks. If you were wondering why it seems like Grubby's army seems so small when trying to clear out just this simple, I believe it was a 5-4-3 or a 5-3-2. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't get to level 2 there. Why he was having a problem trying to clear out that orange creep camp. It is because that barracks was delayed in order to get that war mill first before he was able to start producing those headhunters. Are we going to finish off some more wolves there? Meanwhile, in the center portion of the map, XlorD doing a good job clearing up, well, what is essentially two green creep camps at the same time. One on this side, one on this side. But you don't have to deal with them at the same time. Always a bit of a benefit there. Farseer is sitting at level 2. Claws of Attack +5 does help. There we see a Forest Troll Trapper trying to engage and ensnare down those headhunters. However, ensnaring headhunters doesn't really make that big of a difference, as their range is long enough to, well, continue poking around, as Grubby getting into a decent number of headhunters here. And surprisingly enough, Farseer has been summoning up a wide number of Spirit Wolves and is still decent on mana. Back into the center portion of the map here, XlorD wandering around does almost have a level 3 already. Tech to tier 2 has begun on both sides. Both sides sitting at 2.9, nearly level 3. No, take it back. Death Knight gets to level 3 and now has a level 2 Death Coil. That level 2 Death Coil will deliver, well, pretty much near death experiences for those headhunters, if not a full-on death experience if they are just halfway there. Farseer are retreating back off to the north here, looking for some easy creep camps to try and clear out, and notices that XlorD has done a great job monopolizing all of those easy mid creeps. By doing that, it's going to actually buy a little bit of time, as Grubby needs to find a creep camp to try and kill in order to get to level 3. Meanwhile, the Death Knight was able to retreat back, and, well, he's going to be able to transition nicely. He's currently trying to load up on lumber, as we see the tech to tier 2 is nearly done. Farseer is at level 3 now. We are going for no level 2 anything yet. Not level 2 wolves, not level 2 chain lightning. There it goes. Finally going into level 2 wolves, as the Death Knight actually doing a little bit of a risky maneuver, trying to go after some creep camps by his lonesome self. You can take a look here, trying to go after this Ogre Magi. There's another Death Coil onto that Ogre Magi there. So 2 Death Coils to quickly take that down and pick up that very powerful potion of greater healing. XlorD, great job there, and now hiring up the Dark Ranger from the tavern in order to perhaps place some pressure out across the map. There are some easy green creep camps here. Are we going to try and clear them out? No, he is just scouting to make sure that there is nothing going on right there, but perhaps a little bit too difficult to try and clear out. There were some green creep camps here. I'm surprised that the Dark Ranger did not try to go after them. Meanwhile, the Farseer and now Tauren Chieftain are making their rounds out as well, going after the Sasquatch and some of these other easy creeps. Mass Headhunters should be transitioning into Berserkers as we are looking at that tech to tier 3 now. All right. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Rod of Necromancy on that, on the Dark Ranger hasn't done anything with those black arrows at all. And now they're going to be, well, making their rounds here. All right, going to try and engage. And here we are fighting that Death Knight just around the, well, just around the river bend, so to speak, as the Farseer racking up damage onto that Death Knight. Death Knight already down to 327 hit points. Meanwhile, Death Coil, Black Arrows trying to launch attacks here. Grubby able to keep that Headhunter alive as the Death Knight may be forced. There is a Black Arrow finally getting up another skeletal minion once more. Death Knight still trying to retreat. Movement speed is rather high as the Raiders are now out here on the battlefield. Dark Ranger looking to rack up more kills onto all of those units as the Farseer and Tauren Chieftain still making their rounds again. Off to the north, Headhunters, well, splitting around every which way. Death Knight using that potion of greater healing to try and stay alive. Damage is racking up as we see a Death Coil go down onto that Headhunter there. Berserker upgrade still not done, and as the Berserker upgrade is not done, problems can arise. All right, trying to go after that target once more. Tauren Chieftain does have Endurance Aura, but does not have enough movement speed to catch up to these targets as we are looking at more Black Arrows looking to finish off that one Headhunter again. All right, Dark Ranger has gotten 2 kills so far. That's pretty much it, and this is just a run through the woods, so to speak, as we've now seen Ensnare go down. Dark Ranger, Death Coil, trying to finish off that Raider there. Raider down to 100 or down to 88 hit points. Dark Ranger falls at level 1 as the Death Knight launches a Death Coil, a Departing Wish, taking down that Raider as well. Raider actually probably cost a bit more to replace at this point. Dark Ranger only 170 gold to resurrect. The difficulty will be the timing as the Lich is also getting trained up. Dark Ranger will be delayed for a little while longer. Meanwhile, we are looking at tier 3. We do not see a third hero. I believe we are getting that Berserker upgrade, and all of those Headhunters will be getting that bonus hit points and the ability to go into that frenzy, being able to deal more damage. All right, units on the move again. Farseer are going to be coming back around the side here. There is, well, an orange creep camp to try and clear it. Ensnare. Sorcerer going to be there. Lich is already out on the battlefield getting that Frost Nova. Most likely will be grabbing that Orb of Corruption there momentarily. Tauren Chieftain desperately wants to get to level 3 and maybe just a little bit shy off of this. Well, that's a level 5 creep, so is it going to get there? One more shot. There it goes. And the Farseer did not get the last bit of experience. So, yeah, Tauren Chieftain was not able to, well, get enough. Coming back down and across here, Tauren Chieftain looking to clear out of this mercenary camp. Should have no problems whatsoever getting to level 3. Kodo Beast now out here onto the battlefield. A walking 1-0 upgrade currently, as those Warsong battle drums have not yet been upgraded. All right, so Berserkers are essentially sitting at 2 or 3-0 upgrades. A Shadow Hunter, a third and final hero, as we're going to be going into an engagement here. Tauren Chieftain catches Magnetar Reaver. Are we going to, how much damage are we going to see? Any Chain Lightning there? Chain Lightning there. Death Coil trying to save a Crypt Fiend. Tauren Chieftain going to throw down a Stomp, gets a Crypt Fiend, and may get a Ghoul in the process as well. All right, Obsidian Statues with those heals. And, well, Obsidian Statue is getting ensnared now, as one Obsidian Statue going to get taken down. Death Knight still wandering back around, converting into a Destroyer. A giant Stomp there once more, as the Ensnare does find that Destroyer and will get it taken down. Grubby playing out of his mind right now, able to just maximize all of the damage here as the Tauren Chieftain, well, units are falling on both sides. All right, Death Knight does have Endurance Aura. Tauren Chieftain trying to land another Stomp somewhere. Both sides taking heavy casualties. 39 to 42 supply. There is a Stomp, but really not that effective this time around, as all of the Berserkers, well, trying to find safety in that Goblin Zeppelin, unable to do exactly that. Tauren Chieftain picking up, dropping off units. Ghouls getting chomped on. Both sides fighting their way through. There goes another unit there, as the Death Knight could have a little bit of trouble. However, the Death Knight able to, well, sneak away in the back once again. All right, Goblin Zeppelin, Shadow Hunter quickly taken down again, as the Kodo Beast needs to jump in as well. All right, units are going back every which way. Are we going to see some damage go back across and go through? Goblin Zeppelin down to 241 hit points. Tauren Chieftain doesn't have that much mana, as the Death Knight is still at 180 hit points. Another Berserker gets taken down, and this is an all-out bloodbath street brawl as both sides are maximizing their damage, trying to use every last hit point. Goblin Zeppelin actually shot down out of the sky. We see that there is dizziness on that Farseer, as well, Grubby is the one forced to try and retreat. No, it is not happy. I'm sorry. That is not happy. Let me get rid of that. All right. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful fight between those two. Lich now looking to clear up the remainder of this creep camp here. Death Knight actually staying close by because it needs to get a little bit of mana, and says, you know what, since I'm going to be close by, might as well try and, well, participate in the battle and join in, since I'm going to be taking some of that experience. Meanwhile, Spirit Wolves coming back down, or the Dire Wolves coming back down from the south, perhaps going to get some damage onto that Crypt Fiend as the units look to retreat back. Well, I thought Happy was Coach Grubby. Nope. Well, coming back through, Tauren Chieftain look to push the other way. Stomp not going to be in time, but ensnares are going to make it there. Are we going to see a stomp now? Yes, there is that stomp once more, getting in a decent amount of damage, but more importantly, stunning the Death Knight to prevent a death coil. Berserker Frenzy upgrade. Shadowhunters trying to perhaps push back the other way. 47 supply compared to 49, as we are now looking at an expansion being placed down by Grubby, setting up that watchtower first. Tauren Chieftain looking to perhaps clean things up. There's a Chain Lightning bouncing around across multiple targets. A lot of focus fire damage onto that Farseer, as a Destroyer, I believe, able to get in a good Devour magic with the help of off of those creeps. Tauren Chieftain having double rings of regeneration should be nearly impossible to die just with damage over time. You can take a look how quickly his he's taking a lot of damage, but he is regenerating it just as quickly. And if he gets another ring of protection, that will make it just that much harder. Tauren Chieftain now looking to back away, ensnare and followed by Hex onto the Death Knight. But Death Knight looking to find himself in a decent spot. Tauren Chieftain trying to push himself into the battle here, but realizing, wait, I don't actually have enough mana. No mana abilities or mana items on that Tauren Chieftain makes it look as though he has enough for a stomp, but didn't at the moment. All right, trying to push his way through. More damage coming back across. Tauren Chieftain finally throws down a stomp. Dark Ranger gets a heal in the time. Farseer perhaps needs to be able to get off another Chain Lightning there, as Berserkers are getting destroyed one at a time there. XlorD playing a great game in this skirmish, and able to come out ahead ever so slightly. Kotobi's taken out easily. Dark Ranger now up to level 3. As the Dark Ranger gets to level 3, level 2 Black Arrows, most likely as the Watchtower here, going to easily be cleaned up, preventing any sort of, well, expansion from being built. All right. Tauren Chieftain, well, Healing Salve right there. So Healing Salve plus Rings of Regeneration, that Tauren Chieftain will be regenerating hit points. Add in another Ring of Protection onto that Tauren Chieftain, and its base hit points is just so high, it will be difficult to finish off. Meanwhile, Ensnare going down onto the Destroyer there. Destroyer, no Death Coil in time. No Death Coil. Farseer not getting up to level 5, as we see level 3 Chain Lightning as the spell of choice over level 3 Spirit Wolves. All right, looking to engage here. Tauren Chieftain could try and push forward. Level 2 Endurance Aura, very close. Could get there. There goes level 2 Endurance Aura, seeing that level 4. And there's that Stomp. Death Coil onto the Crypt Fiend to stay alive. Not able to get the Death Knight, as the Death Knight was undazed, unaffected, and able to heal up that Crypt Fiend. All right, there goes an Ensnare. Tauren Chieftain trying to make his way over. Not going to be able to get the Stomp over in time. Able to shake around there, as the Death Knight, able to shimmy onto the back. More Crypt Fiends are getting taken down. 45 supply compared to 41, as Grubby trying to finish off some of these units again. And no Dust of Appearance, nothing to reveal that burrowed Crypt Fiend there, as that one Tuskar Sorcerer, well, was just dishing out damage for such a long time. Frost Nova there, trying to finish things off a little bit more. Death Coil, more ensnares. Once you see the Death Coil and the Frost Nova, you know that they are on cooldown or mana is going to be low. So Grubby's taking this opportunity to, well, fight against the undead heroes when they don't have much mana. But, well, you don't need much mana if your auto attack removes armor, and the Dark Ranger is able to spawn up more units. Farseer trying to retreat back down to 108 hit points. That could be a very bad day. Down to 66, and Scroll of Speed used in time to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain, look at that. Look at that regeneration on a strength-based hero. He is pretty much back up to full. Looks like he has a healing salve on him. He does not. Going back the other way. Yeah. I actually think Rings of Regeneration on... What did he give it to a... Give it to a Shadow Hunter? Yep. Okay, Farseer. So Farseer now regenerating quite a bit of hit points. Thank you for the follow. You can watch his hit point rise with no healing salve. Yeah. All right, Farseer going to try and engage here. Crypt Beam, there's a Burrow, but the Chain Lightning doesn't finish things off. Tome of Strength +2 left behind here. Tauren Chieftain going to pick that up and then make his way over. And now perhaps try to land down a Stomp or perhaps finish off some of these other units. Magnetar Reaver, are we going to see a Stomp? Yes, we do. There's the Stomp. The Tauren Chieftain does get the experience and gets Brilliance Aura. That was a brilliant steal. Khadgar's Pipe of Insight now going to greatly help the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer and Shadow Hunter with all of those mana abilities. But perhaps just as important, if not more important, deny XlorD's Obsidian statues from being able to get that bonus mana. All right, for the Horde, Kotobi is now trying to come back around. Farseer could be in a little bit of trouble. Well, trying to retreat back again. There's a little bit of Healing Wave bouncing around once more. 40 supply compared to 50. XlorD has the advantage here. Tauren Chieftain going to continue to fight back around. Lich could be in trouble. Are we going to see? Oh, there is well, a Hex, but the Hex did not last long enough. Tauren Chieftain trying to catch up, but the Death Knight getting in the way there. Are we going to see an ensnare? Little bit of damage. Chain Lightning does not bounce to the Lich, as the Lich able to head back around, perhaps try and live and fight another day as the armies do regroup back. Death Knight gets the Death Coil in time to save that Lich a 600 hit point heal. Tauren Chieftain coming back around here. 39 supply compared to 50. Tauren Chieftain, Grubby, the army of Grubby is actually rather small here. Tauren Chieftain now needs that other Ring of Regeneration. Healing Wave bouncing around again as the Farseer is nearly maxed out on hit points. All right, Tauren Chieftain backing up still. There's that healing salve. And, well, Khadgar's Pipe of Insight, Talisman of Evasion. So the Talisman of Evasion also giving us essentially what is equivalent to 3 affected or 3 armor, approximately 3 armor averaged out. So that Tauren Chieftain is rather difficult to kill between evasion, regeneration, and armor. Coming back through 47 supply over 51 compared to 57 over 60. XlorD mining, nearly mined out. Same thing with Grubby. No surprises. There are 2 minutes of mining left as the Farseer looks to perhaps capitalize and get some damage in. 57 supply compared to 49. Grubby having a slight economic advantage, but I'm sure he'd rather have that 8 additional supply as well. And that 8 additional supply translates into much more. Farseer down to 30 hit points. Are we going to see death here? Trying to retreat back. There's a healing salve. Death Knight, Death Coil. Farseer gets taken down, and that may just be the game. The Farseer not finding any real hit point boosters, and a 675, a 700 hit point Farseer may not be able to do very much against a level 3 Death Coil and a level 2 Frost Nova. 2 rounds of that and you're instantly just taken out. Farseer coming back around trying to finish off, Tauren Chieftain trying to finish off some of those other units. Shadow Hunter's getting taken down, and XlorD is going to clean up the rest of this army here. Both Shadow Hunter and Farseer are gone, and that is going to be the game. Good game right there. Not quite sure why I'm not able to see the score screen. May actually have to... Wait, do I need a F11, F10? Nope. Okay, I don't get the score screen. Does this escape work? No, it does not. All right. Khadgar's Pipe of Insight not making that big of a difference in the end. A beautiful game. The skirmish is going back and forth. Well played, well executed by both sides. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.